Shalom, shalom, shalom. Now, first and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor
to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem, B'chakodash.
The belongs to the apostles and elders, great millstone salutations, much love, respect to you, out there pushing this word out in truth and sincerity. All right, we are the Hebrew Israelites here to prophesy the downfall of this wicked kingdom, to speak about the upliftment of Yahweh Shai, the only begotten Son of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh. Okay, so first things first, let's get to Isaiah 14 chapter. First verse.
Isaiah 14 and verse 1. The Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel.
That's right.
And set them in their own land.
So the Lord is going to choose the Israelites always and set them in their own land. Okay, which we are the Israelites, man. All right, go ahead.
And the strangers shall be joined with them.
The strangers is speaking about Israelites that are scattered amongst these different nations. Okay, it's not speaking about actual heathens. Go ahead.
And they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place. And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were.
Right, so we're going to take them captives whose captives they were, which is really all these other nations, but especially the Edomites, all right? The so-called white people. Those are going to be the main captives of the nation of Israel. Those, in other words, they're going to be on the bottom of the bottom. Okay? See how you jakes are in the society? That's what they're going to be in the society to come. But that's going to be forever. Okay? Their name is going to be dirty. Go ahead. And that's going to be based on truth. We're not going to have to bring up lies against them like they did against us. Go ahead.
And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were.
Yep.
And they shall rule over their oppressors.
Right, so that should be self-explanatory to the Israelites, man. That's not hard to break down. You don't need to get a person who's deep in the scriptures to break that down. It's self-explanatory. The Israelites are going to rule over those that ruled over them, and that had them enslaved. Simple as that. And we are the Israelites, so you can put two and two together, man.
That's right, that's right.
And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow, and from thy fear, and from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve.
Right, because we were made to serve in hard bondage. Right? But guess what? The Lord is going to give us rest and put us over our enemies, man. Go ahead, read that.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 45, and verse 17. But Israel shall be saved in the Lord with an everlasting salvation.
That's right. Who? Does it say every other nation?
But Israel.
Israel, the Israelites. Who are the Israelites? The so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, man.
That's right.
Okay, the 12 tribes. All right? Go ahead.
But Israel shall be saved in the Lord with an everlasting salvation.
Right.
Ye shall not be ashamed nor confounded, world without end.
Right, so that shame thing, that ends here. Okay, that's part of the curses, man. All right, but guess what? That's going to end on this side, man. And then when we come into the kingdom to come, it's going to be everlasting glory, man. Starting with the elect. All right? Because that's what it's all about. The elect is the Israel of God. So it always starts with the elect when it deals with salvation and glory. It always starts with the elect. What you got, bro?
Malachi 3 and 6. For I am the Lord, I change not. Therefore, ye sons of Jacob are not consumed.
Right, the sons of Jacob, the Israelites are never going to be consumed. Well, get me that one where he says that as long as the moon and the stars is there, I get that. Okay? Good.
Amos 9 and 11.
Yeah.
In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof, and I will raise up his ruins, and will build it as it is in the old days, that they may possess the remnant of Edom, and all of the heathens, which are called by my name, said the Lord that doeth this.
That's right. Got that?
This is Jeremiah 31. I'm going to start verse 35. Thus saith the Lord, which giveth the sun for a light by day, and the ordinances of the moon and of the stars for a light by night, which divideth the sea when the waves thereof war. The Lord of hosts is his name. If those ordinances depart from before me.
If what ordinances? The sun, the moon, the stars? If those depart, if those are destroyed, go ahead.
Saith the Lord, then the seed of Israel also shall cease from being a nation
That's
before
the only way that will be destroyed, is if the sun and the moon and the stars are destroyed. So what does that mean? That means we're going to be always here. Okay, the Lord's always going to protect his people. You see? But we can't say the same for Edomites, right? Because Edomites are going to perish. All right? Go ahead.
It says, then the seed of Israel also shall cease from being a nation before me forever.
That right?
Thus saith the Lord, if heaven above can be measured, and the foundations of the earth stretched out beneath, I will also cast off all the seed of Israel for all that they have done, saith the Lord.
Right. Right.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 49 and verse 15. Can a woman forget her sucking child, that she should not have compassion on the son of her womb? Yea, they may forget, yet will I not forget thee. Behold, I have graven thee upon the palms of my hands. Thy walls are continually before me.
Right, like in other words, he can't forget you. Okay? It's like when you say you know something like the back of your hand, it's like something you can't forget. You know what I'm saying? Something that's always embedded in your mind. That's how we are to the Most High. Okay? Oh well, get me Malachi 1 and 4. 1 and 1 actually.
Malachi 1 and 1. The burden of the word of the Lord to Israel by Malachi. I have loved you, said the Lord. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, said the Lord? Yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness.
So in other words, Esau and Jacob were close related. They were brothers. But out of those two, he loved Jacob, but he hated Esau.
That's right.
Even though they were brothers. That's what he's trying to say. Like, listen, man, you are the Israelites. Okay, I love you. But Esau, I hate this guy. So I chose you even though you were of the same kid, but I hated your brother. So you know that I have a particular liking towards you. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished,
Yeah.
but we will return and build the desolate places.
Yeah.
Thus said the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness,
Yeah.
and the people against whom the Lord had indignation forever.
Right, so the Edomites are an extremely hated nation. But the Lord said that he loves Israel, man. There's a scripture which says that for the gospel's sake they are your enemies. Right? Right? Okay, but keep going on that. Keep going on Malachi. Keep going on Malachi for a second.
It says here, and your eyes shall see, and ye shall see, the Lord will be magnified from the border of Israel.
We're the border of Israel. See, so the Lord is going to be magnified through us. All right, so this is why he's going to give us glory anyway, because he's going to magnify his name, man. You see what I'm saying? So that's it. He's not going to be magnified through Esau. The only way he's going to be magnified through Esau is by taking him down and putting him in the dust, man. You see what I'm saying? A little bit more than that? Okay, go ahead.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 11 and verse 27. For this is my covenant unto them when I shall take away their sins.
Right, take away whose sins? The Israelite sins. He's not coming to take away the Edomite sins and the Moabite sins and these other nations. He's coming to take away our sins, the nation of Israel, starting with the elect. Go ahead.
As concerning the gospel, they are enemies for your sakes.
Right, whose enemies? The majority of Israel. Get Romans 9, the 9th chapter. Okay? What?
But as touching the election, they are beloved for the
Right,
fathers.
because the majority of people are not in this truth, right? Just like back then. The majority of people hated Yahweh Shai. And it wasn't because he was giving out flowers and telling people he loves everyone and kissing it like they show you in the movies. No. All right? He was coming with truth, cursing them out, telling them where they're going wrong. See, Jake doesn't like to be told where they're going wrong. They like to just continue in their wickedness, man. And that's why they end up being destroyed, man. Go ahead. It says, well, that's why they're in the condition they're in now. Right? Because they were disobedient to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Go ahead.
It says here,
Just take your time. Go ahead.
Romans 11 and verse 28, as concerning the gospel, they are enemies for your sakes.
Right. The Israelites are enemies concerning the gospel. Okay, go ahead.
But as touching the election, they are beloved for the Father's sakes.
But they're still Israelites. So they're still beloved, man. Even the 2/3, even them Jakes with their pants hanging off their ass, guess what? They're still beloved at the end of the day of the Heavenly Father, man. They're still going to be delivered. Like when all said and done, after they're destroyed on this side, they're going to come back through us. Okay? Go ahead.
Romans 11 and 26. And so all Israel shall be saved, as it is written, there shall come out of Zion the deliverer,
Right.
and shall turn away the ungodliness from Jacob.
All Israel shall be saved. It means all Israel. There's no Israel going to be burning in hell forever. That doesn't exist. The concept of burning in hell forever, that's not in the Bible, man. Okay, that goes back to Greek mythology, man. That was something that the Catholic Church made up to get more tithes, man. And if you think it'll burn forever, shit, you might as well give all your money, man. Oh, yo, I don't want to. It's better than burning forever, right? Right. I guess I'll be homeless. I can do whatever. It's better than burning forever. Right? But listen, these people, they don't know the scripture, so they trick them.
Real quick, pertaining to the deliverer, Matthew 1 and 21, and she shall bring forth his son, and thou shalt call his name Yahushai, for he shall save his people from their
He's
sins.
gonna save his people from their sins. So that never changed, man. See, what they're doing is they're remixing the gospel, man. They're trying to remix it so everyone can get up in here. Because you know what that goes back? That shows you that all these religions go back to the Catholic Church. Because what is the Catholic Church? What does Catholic mean? It means universal. That means that everyone could be a part of it. The Bible is not so. The scriptures, the Most High never gave us the Bible for everybody, man. He gave this to a certain people, man, which were the Israelites, man. You see? So that Christianism, that's a perversion of the gospel, man.
That's right.
Hold on, there's more?
No, I haven't. Just to add on, as it says, he has not showed his words only unto Jacob and his prophets.
We'll get that, brother.
Yeah.
Get that.
So
Go ahead.
Galatians 1 and 6, I marvel that ye are so soon removed from him that called you
Yep.
into the grace of Hamashiach unto another gospel,
Yep.
which is not another, but there be some that trouble you and will pervert the gospel of Yahushua.
It's really just a perversion of the gospel. What these Christians are preaching is a perversion of the gospel. Okay? Saying that everyone could make it. You know what I'm saying? That the Lord came for everybody, man. That now the church, the so-called church of all nations replaces the Israelites. That's not so. Okay? Even when it speaks about the Gentiles, it's speaking about Israelites, man. In a Gentile state of mind, man. Okay? One more verse.
Verse 8, but though we or an angel from heaven preach any other gospel unto you than that which ye have preached unto you, let him be accursed.
Right. Give me Romans 11. Go ahead. Read that psalm. Read that psalm.
Psalms 147 and 19, he shewed his words unto Jacob,
Yeah.
his statutes and his judgment unto Israel. He had not dealt so with any
He
nation.
never showed his statutes and his judgments to any of these other nations, man. Ishmael never got the statute. That's how we know Muhammad ain't no prophet, man. He can't be a prophet because he doesn't show his statutes, his laws, his commandments to any other nation, man. Read that again.
Done. Psalms
See,
140.
that's why when they come up, see, the Muslims, they could beat the Christians. Christians don't know the Bible. They could beat the Jewish people because they don't know the Bible either, man. They deal with the Talmud, man. Okay? We know the scriptures. That's why we can say, wait a minute, hold on. Wasn't he an Ishmaelite? Wasn't Muhammad an Ishmaelite? Yeah, he was an Ishmaelite. Well, God doesn't deal with Ishmaelites. He doesn't deal with any other nation, man. Can't you eat camel according to your religion? Yeah, we can eat camel. But it's one God. Well, that's not this God. Because our God said you can't eat camel, man, or rabbit. You understand? So when we dissect it real, we find out that it has nothing to do with our book, man. It has nothing to do with the Holy Bible, man. Go ahead, man.
Psalms 147 and 19. He shewed his words unto Jacob, his statutes and judgment unto Israel.
Right.
He had not done so with any nation.
Yep.
And as for his judgment, they have not known them.
They have not known the judgments of the Lord, man. The judgment, the stat laws, this is what made us different from the other nations. The main thing that made us different was that the Lord gave us his statutes and commandments, man. That was one of the things that put us above the nations. Besides our spirit itself is over these nations. We just have a more excellent spirit, but the law, statutes, and commandments gave us that wisdom and glory. Okay, hold on. You have something else? Go ahead.
This is Deuteronomy 4 and verse 5. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my power commanded me, and ye should do so in the land whither you go to possess it.
Yep.
Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations.
Right, and we're the ones that made all these nations great, right? We go to Egypt. Who made Egypt great? Joseph, right? Which was our forefather. The Ephraimites, right? And that's it. Okay, he made Egypt great. Who made Babylon great? We made Babylon great. Right? Persia. We made Persia great, man. They needed the Israelites. That's why they never wanted to let the Israelites go, because the Israelites was what made their kingdom pop. They brought the flavor, they brought the innovation. All right? Who do you think made the most inventions in this society? So-called black men, man. All right? And if you really search, you're going to find so-called Latinos and Native Americans that did some inventions as well. Okay? But guess what? The so-called black man, the tribe of Judah, was the top. Right? Tippity top, man. Okay? But you had he had some Benjamites and Levites in there too, because McCoy, that's like an Irish last name, which the Benjamites had the Irish last name. Just something to put out there. You know what I'm saying? But this brother here, he has the list of the inventions right here, man. Okay, listen, man. Jacob made this earth pop. That's why any nation we went under, that nation flourished. Right? You got chess that goes back to the Moors, the black Moors, right? You got the airplane propellers. Okay, so when you have an airplane that flies, well, you could thank Jake for that. They started with the airplane propellers that you have today, man. James S. Adams, man. Okay, the coin changer. You know what I'm saying? The rotary engine. All right. You see what I'm saying? The car coupler. You know, this is things you don't learn in school. Yeah, Jake thinks you were in slavery, and then now you got freedom. That's it. Nah, bro, you were doing all. Listen, man, we have the most vast history amongst all these nations, man. Okay, you got the corn planter, the home security system. That was created by a so-called black man. Listen, this is just a part of the list, man. Okay, fiber optics. The first brain surgeon, the first heart surgeon. There was a movie on that, the heart surgery, man, where the Edomite, obviously the Edomite gets the credit, but it was the Jake that was the one who knew how to do it by heart. He's like, how do you do that? He's like, I don't know, I just remembered it. Listen, the Lord is the one that opens our minds, man. That's right. It's our connection to Yahweh Shem Yahushua that gives us that ability, man. All right?
Real quick, bro. I believe it was a Nigerian. He just invented the Wi-Fi the Wi-Fi television. You see, and then now he's gone missing.
Wow.
You know, and then Esau starts pushing like he came up with the Wi-Fi television.
Right.
I believe he's Nigerian, but it's on the news, man.
Right. Well, I believe they did invent. Well, Jake invented Wi-Fi. If I'm not mistaken, they invented Wi-Fi. They invented the cell phone. Come on, man. Listen, man, we could stand here all day, but these are things that Jake has no clue about, man. When we tell him this, it's like, yeah, what? Yeah, right. You see, because they don't know anything. They don't teach you that. That's right. All right? But anyways, give me your Jeremiah. You got Jeremiah? Let's read that.
This is Jeremiah 51 and verse 19. The portion
and that's why these other nations look down upon, because they don't even know. Esau done destroyed your image so badly around the earth, right? That they don't even know what you've accomplished with it. Go ahead.
This is Jeremiah 51 and verse 19. The portion of Jacob is not like them, for he is the former of all things.
Right. Who's the former of all things? Israel, the Israelites. Jacob, man. That's right. Starting with the tribe of Judah, man. Go ahead.
It says, and Israel is the rod of his inheritance. The Lord of hosts, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, is his name.
That's it. Good.
Psalm 62 and 4. They only consult to cast him down from his excellency.
Right.
They delight in lies. They bless with their mouth, but they curse inwardly.
Right. Right. That's it. Well, that's why they steal the inventions. All them inventions, that's what they're good at. They're good at stealing inventions. Right? Like I said, the real McCoy, that comes from his name is there, Elijah McCoy, who invented the system that allows the trains to continuously go. It's an oiling system. Go look it up on Google. It's an oiling system that he invented that allows the trains to continue to go. And that's where you get the term the real McCoy from. Okay, it was from him. It was a so-called black man. But obviously they were trying to steal it, but they couldn't do it as good as him. Otherwise, they would be the ones with the patent right now. They would be the ones with, right? Because that's what Esau does. He steals. Go ahead.
That's it on that.
That's it on that? Yeah. What you got? You got something? Okay, go ahead, bro.
This is the book of Micah, chapter 3, and verse 6. For I am the Lord, Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, I change not. Therefore ye sons of Jacob are not consumed.
Read that.
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5 and verse 1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him, and made no account of his
And who
labor.
afflicted us? The so-called white man, the Edomites, man. Right? They made no account of our labors. That's why I said they stole all these inventions from us, right? And they put their self on it, right? So they took the credit for these things. This is what they do. You understand what I'm saying? Read that again, man. And
Then,
the truth is gonna come out, man, one way or another. Guess what? The truth is like a booty. It always surfaces, man. All them years of lies, that's being broken down quick, man. Go ahead, man.
then shall the righteous man stand in great
And we're
boldness.
standing in boldness. We don't care if the police come up, whoever comes up, we're telling them to their face. Listen, don't tell the police they're going into slavery if they're Edomites, man. We don't care. This is the truth of the Bible, man. You got freedom of speech, right? Go ahead.
Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him,
right.
and made no account of his
They
labor.
made no account of our labors, of what we did for this earth, man. What we did, all these, like I said, all these inventions, man. All right? All these trends, all this music that you got, right? Edomites all listen to music, but I hate niggas, but they love rock and roll. Who invented rock and roll, bitch? Who invented rock and roll, you stupid Edomite? Huh? Go back to Chuck Berry, man. See what I'm saying? Elvis, you know, see that? And that's why we get you in slavery. It's gonna be like them slow whips, man. Go ahead, man.
It's the book of John, chapter 10.
It's vexing in the spirit, man. That's why we gotta call them spiritual Hercules, man. Like Dragon Ball Z Hercule. I always hated that guy because he was taking the credit for what the Syrians were doing. That's what the so-called white man does around the earth. He takes credit for what other people do, man. Especially our people, man. Go ahead, man.
The book of John, chapter 10 and 10. The thief cometh not, but for to steal and to kill and to destroy.
This is why Esau is on the earth right now. This is his purpose, man. You wanna know you gotta find your purpose, you know? Esau's purpose is to kill, to steal, and to destroy, man. To bring, get me Revelation the 6th chapter and the 4th verse, man. All right, let's just get down to the nitty gritty of it, man. All right? Go ahead, read on, man.
Revelation 6 and verse 4. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth.
Who's sitting on that horse? The Edomites. The horse represents power, man. He's in the power seat right now, man. And his power is to do what? To take peace from the earth, man. And he's taking peace from the earth even more now. One event at a time, man. One event at a time, Esau's slowly taking away peace from the earth, or quickly taking away peace from the earth, man. That train derailment, that's taking peace from the earth. That's taking peace. First of all, it's destroying the earth, and then it's destroying the people that's on the earth, man. And now all of a sudden, the trains are just falling over. They're becoming clumsy now. Oh, whoops. Whoops. Every train is just falling over all of a sudden, right? It's coming a trend now. Spoke of poly-crisis. Right. That's right. That's right. Which means multiple crises, man. Go ahead.
It says, and that they should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword.
Right, it was given unto him a great sword. What? To bring death and destruction, right? And Esau's going to use the scriptures say he beareth not the sword in vain, man. He's getting ready to use that sword, man. He's getting ready. And these jakes that think they're tough, trust me, man, Esau's going to show you who's tough, bro.
That's right. That's right.
So the devil's going to show you who's tough when he comes down. Get me Revelation 12 and 12, man. I'll bring that
Revelation
up.
12.
The devil's going to show you who's tough, man. Go ahead, man.
Verse 12, therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them.
Yep.
Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea.
Yep.
For the devil is come down onto
And
you.
who's the devil? The Edomites who run the earth right now, man. Okay, go ahead. Starting with the international bankers and so on and so forth. Go ahead.
Having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time.
This is why they're doing what they're doing to the banks now, right? Because they really want to do away with the banking system, period. They want to do away with that crypto stuff. Like, well, they really want to regulate it. They're coming with a digital currency, but they want to regulate it. And this is going to be their excuse to say, oh, you see, it needs regulations. You have to understand, this man is more subtle than any beast in the field, man. Read that again, brother.
Therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea.
Yeah.
For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time.
His time is almost up, man. He had a little season to rule, man. That little season is up, man. Okay? And then who's going to be the next ruler? Us. The Israelites under Yahweh Shai, our Lord, man. He's coming back to take this whole kingdom down, man. All right? To set up the Israelites in power, man. And there's nothing Esau can do about that. Okay? There's not 1 second that he could push forward his kingdom. The time appointed for him to go down is when he's going down. Go ahead.
This is Daniel 2 and verse 44. And in the days of these kings shall the most high power of heaven set up a kingdom, which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to another people.
That's the next kingdom up. Okay, it's not this kingdom, and it's not going to be ruled by no damn so-called white people. It's going to be ruled by Israelites, man. Okay, so-called
right.
blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. All right, but they ain't going to be calling themselves black or Latino or native. No, they're going to be calling themselves Israelites for their respective tribes, man. Go ahead.
It says, but
Because first of all, that's a byword to call yourself black. That's something the so-called white man put. He called himself white, which means pure, and they're not white. Look at their skin; they're red.
Right.
Okay, and you're brown. Okay, you ain't no such thing as a black person. You're brown, just like everyone else in every other nation except for the Edomites. You got it from the dark brown to the light brown. It's different shades, man. That's all. Go ahead.
it says, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people,
Right.
but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms.
Right. Starting with Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai is coming to break up these kingdoms and consume it.
That's right.
Right? The scripture says, think not that I come to send. Get me that, man. The Lord's not coming to bring love to these people. Look how wicked and evil this earth is, man. They're trying to force kids to become transformers, man. Or try to push that in their mind, man. And then if you as the parent say, no, I don't want my kid to do that, they want to take away your child, man. And possibly put you in jail, man. So is this a righteous kingdom? Is this a righteous place, man? Go ahead, man.
And it shall stand forever.
Yeah? Go ahead, that's it. Go ahead, what you got, bro? Yes, bring it up.
Second Ezra 6 and 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows.
You gotta build it up.
Got it. Salaka. It says here, Second Ezra 6 and 7. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of times? And when shall be the end of the first, and the beginning of it that followeth? And he said unto
So in
me,
other words, when is going to be the new kingdom, man? When is the new kingdom going to come into power, man? Right, the kingdom of Israel. Go ahead.
and he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him,
Yeah.
Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau.
Yeah.
For Esau is the end of the world,
Esau is the end of the world, right? Because the scriptures speak about the day of evil that's going to come in the end, right? And we're clearly in that time, man. Where pestilence, earthquakes in diverse places.
That's right.
This is not the beginning of. This is not the kingdom of heaven. Okay. Go ahead.
and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
Now the kingdom of heaven is going to be after this kingdom.
That's right.
After the Edomites rule. That's why I said Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. So these people that are ruling are not Israelites, man.
That's right.
Okay, I don't care how much they wear the curls and the big. That doesn't make you an Israelite, man. That makes you a caricature. Go ahead, man.
This is Matthew 10 and verse
And where did the scripture say all Israelites have to dress the same? Huh? You all gotta wear black and dress the same. That's not in the Bible. Where you get that from? And wear a hat on your head. That's not in the Bible, man. That's not even an Israelite custom, man. First of all, we're a people of flavor, man.
That's right.
First of all, don't you know certain families had certain colors and crests? And they come to the function stunning. They're not coming and looking the same. Oh, go to the party. Oh, yo, look at this. Oh, that black jacket. Look at it. Oh, look at his black jacket. It's making me comfy.
Even some of the women, they shave their heads and put on the
Right.
they put on the they say a wig.
A wig,
to fulfill
yeah.
the Isaiah the 3rd chapter.
Right. Yeah, there's another reason why they do it. I can't remember what it was. There's another reason they said they do it, but it's all nonsense. Go ahead.
This is Jeremiah 12 and verse 9. Mine heritage is unto me as a speckled bird. The birds round about are against her. Come ye, assemble all the beasts of the field, come to devour.
Now the birds represent the other nations, right? The speckled bird represents Israel, because Israel comes looking like all different types of nations. Okay, they come looking different. All right, Jake ain't just all gonna look the same. They ain't just all gonna have afros and then, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's like the prototype of the Judite, of course, right? But you're gonna have Israelites that look like different nations too. All right, go ahead, because it's based upon the seed of your father. Ain't no such thing as a mixed breed anything. You are who your father is, man. If your father's an Israelite, that makes you an Israelite. Okay, if your mother's an Israelite, that doesn't mean anything. Okay, it's who your father is, man. So that means them people call themselves Israelites or Israelis or whatever. They're doing it backwards. They're backwards, man. Give me Numbers, the first chapter, man. They're backwards, man. Yeah, Yahudi.
I got it.
Go ahead.
This is Numbers 1 and verse 18. And they assembled all the congregation
Go ahead.
together on the first day of the month.
Yeah.
And they declared their pedigrees after their families.
Now your pedigree is your lineage. Okay, go ahead.
And they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers.
By the house of their fathers. And this used to be common knowledge, man. You go back to like the Dark Ages when we were ruling, right? The Byzantine Empire, right? That was normal for someone to say, where are you from? Which household are you from? I'm the son of such and such, the son of such and such. They even show you that in them old school movies, them different Viking movies, right? It's Ragnar, son of Ragnar, whatever. They ain't telling you who their mother is because it doesn't matter. Okay? The seed is what matters, man. You could plant an apple seed in China, it's still an apple, man. You see what I'm saying? That's why when you got a Jake, or that his mother might be an Edomite and his father's an Israelite, he still has that flavor of an Israelite, man. Right? Like logic. He looks like an Edomite, but he's an Israelite. He has that flavor of an Israelite. J. Cole, he has the flavor of an Israelite. You know what I'm saying? Because his father's an Israelite, right? Go ahead, man.
Just like in the book of Tobit, when Tobit was asking
that's what I
around.
got, yeah. This is Tobit 5 and verse 9. So he called him, and he came in, and they saluted one another. Then Tobit said unto him, Brother, show me of what tribe and family thou art. To whom he said, Doest thou seek for a tribe or family, or an hired man, to go with thy son? Then Tobit said unto him, I would know, brother, thy kindred and name. Then he said, I am Azarias, the son of Ananias the Great, and of thy brethren.
Hold on. Well, wait. We don't know if you're our brethren, because who was your mother? Right? It doesn't matter, man. It doesn't matter. It's all about the father. Read that again, that last part, right?
Then he said, I am Azarias, the son of Ananias the Great, and of thy brethren.
The son of such and such man. That's what it's about, man. That's who determines what nation you're from. That's why there's not a tribe of Dinah. Okay? There's no tribe of Dinah. Don't try to look for it. It doesn't exist. Okay? Because the 12 tribes were through the sons. That's why it was important to have a son in the ancient world to pass down your lineage, man. Right? Because that's who the inheritance would go to, and you would be able to keep your name on the earth, man.
That's right.
Right? Go ahead. Go ahead.
Finishing up Numbers, it
See,
says,
what Esau did, he confused everything. Now he said, oh, you could be 15% this 20. That's complete nonsense. That makes no sense. So now, if he's now the Edomites got to go into slavery, right? But if you're 15% Edomite, you only got to go 15% into slavery. No. It's through their fathers, man. Okay?
He actually did that shit.
He's an idiot, man. Did what?
As far as back in Haiti, they had sea with Israelite women. They give certain percentage. Okay, oh you're 5% Edomite, 5% black. You know what I'm saying? They give different categories. You know, so if you were more, yeah, bro, it's wild. It's actually wild. It's in the book. You know. They get more benefits if you were more so-called black. I guess.
Right. More so-called white. Yeah, right. Well, that's how they divided us. That's how they divided Jake. That's how they, and Jake still has that colorism mindset now, right? Dealing with the light skin, dark skin to some extent. You know? See, Esau did a lot of wickedness, man. There's a lot that he has to pay for. You know? What? Oh, he did that heavy amongst the Latin tribes, man. Not just the Latin tribes, he did that amongst all these nations. Okay, there was the same type of caste system in India too. Okay? Even amongst the Watusis, man, and the Hutus, man, out there in Rwanda. Oh, the reason why that whole Hotel Rwanda situation came up was because these Edomites started it, man. Right? So-called white man said, oh, no, we're going to give them benefits because they're closer to us, and this and that. And that was just to create division. And then what did they do? They ended up creating a war. And I remember watching that Hotel Rwanda. That was horrific, man. See, the devil has a lot of blood on his side, but he just stays in the background, you know? He just kind of in the background, but all that blood he's got in the bucket, man. See, Esau got to pay for a lot of things, man. Go ahead, man. What you got, bro? Bring it out, bro.
I'm finishing off Numbers. It says, to declare the pedigrees after their families by the house of the fathers, according to the number of the names from 20 years old and upward by their polls.
That's right. Go ahead, bro.
This is Matthew chapter 1 and verse 1.
Yeah, let's see if they mention the lineage of the mothers. Go ahead.
The book of the generation of Yahushua HaMashiach, the son of David, the son of Abraham.
Well, hold on. What about Bathsheba, man? Why does it say he's part whatever? Go ahead, man.
Abraham begot Isaac.
Well, what about Sarah? And what about Rachel, man? It doesn't matter. And what it matters is the fathers, man. That's who creates the lineage. That's who creates who you are, man. Noah had 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, man. They didn't even mention the names of the wives because it didn't matter. Don't give a damn what this society tells you, man. Pushing this damn feminism nonsense and this confusion, man. Go ahead, man.
And Isaac begot Jacob. And Jacob begot Judas and his brethren.
And Jacob begot Judas and his sisters and his brethren, man. Go ahead, man. What you got?
Real quick, pertaining to what Esau does, the cause division. It says here in Proverbs 6 and 16, these 6 things does the Lord hate, yet 7 are an abomination unto him. Verse 19, a false witness that speaketh lies, and he that soweth discord among brethren.
Right, that's what Esau did through his confusion, man. Through his lies, man. All right, go ahead. You got it. You got it? Yeah, bring it out.
This is Isaiah 24 and verse 10. It says, the city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up that no man may come in.
Right. Right. And he said this whole society is about to be shut down. This whole system is about to be shut down, man.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And what's going to happen is the Lord's going to destroy them, starting with America, with nuclear fire, man. And all those people that are in there are going to burn up, man. The ones that are not of the elect. Okay? Because the elect is going to be saved, man. The elect that have the right mindset towards this place and towards the evil that's going on here, man. That's actually speaking against it, man. Those are the ones that are going to be delivered. And I'm not talking about these Edomite right-wing truthers. I'm talking about people who speak 100% truth, man. Because they only speak truth that benefits them. When it comes to speaking about the atrocities that these devils can, we don't need to hear about that. You're a woke warrior. Shut the hell up, man. You monkey. We don't believe in any part of this system, man. Go ahead, man.
It says Isaiah 29 and verse 16.
Because these Edomites are the real monkeys, eh? If you want to classify someone as a monkey, they would be the closest. Monkeys are hairy and they got no lips.
No lips.
And they have a beast-like nature, man. Go ahead, man. Read that, man.
Isaiah 29 and verse 16. Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay.
Well, what's some of the things they turn upside down? They say that there's 82 genders. That's turning things upside down, man. Yeah. Now say I don't know. This keeps increasing, man. Fucking nonsense, man. And then now when the women they be voting for that. Yeah. You know, the LGB whatever, right? But then when they take their sports, then they complain. Huh? Does that make sense? When they take their sports, now they want to cry. But you were fighting for it, man. You see the confusion? But now you shouldn't because you're 20%. Because you grew up like that and what? That's what he identifies as. You see the confusion? You see the stupidity of that, man? Go ahead, man. But that's them turning everything upside down. It's saying a woman, I remember you used to have the commercials back in the day. I could do everything you could do. I could do everything better than you. So why don't you just make one basketball league? Make one basketball league, make one football league, one soccer league, and let's see, man. And one racing league, and let's see, man. And one police standard, let's see. You see the stupidity, you see the confusion, man? The delusion, because these people, the scriptures speak about they be under Dutch. I would give them strong delusion, man. These people are delusional in the society, man. Go ahead, man.
Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay.
Everything is upside, everything is a bizarro world, man. All right? And this is why the Lord is going to destroy it.
That's right.
And it's gonna get bad out here for these people, man. When they can't access their money in the bank, when there's no food in the stores, they're gonna know that what we're saying is true. They might not agree. No, I don't agree. Well, okay, you're gonna see what we're saying come to pass, man. I promise. All right, pinky promise. All right. Go ahead, man.
There's a large exodus of police officers leaving their profession.
Yeah.
So the security, man, that's leaving too.
Right. Well, that's all by design anyway. But anyways, when things get bad enough, the police are just going to protect their family. No, he's winning his taxes. All right. The police are just going to protect their families, man. Just like they did in Katrina. They ain't going to be worried about protecting the people. If all hell is breaking, is that common sense? Well, I'm gonna go to work, but everyone's looting and killing people to get their house. You think they're gonna know? They're gonna protect their family. What do you think? Duh.
Call the police.
You're gonna call them. It's gonna get a busy signal. Man. And they say, okay, well, the nearest guy might be there tomorrow. What tomorrow? He's getting in the house now. Well, we can just give you some advice. I can give you some motivational speaking. All right? Right? Be strong. You have good faith. My child, go ahead, man. Who's reading? You're reading? Go ahead, man. And we can't wait, man, because it's going to be a good time for us, man. The Lord said he's going to protect his men.
Right.
But these people, they ain't going to have no protection out here, man. They ain't serving Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Just like in the time of Noah, man. No, the only ones who made it in the ark was Noah and his family. That's it. The elect is likened unto Noah in this time, man. Go ahead, man.
For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, he had no understanding?
Right. Go ahead.
Job 5:21, thou shalt be hid from the scourges of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh.
Right, neither shall who be afraid of destruction? The ones that serve Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Go ahead.
At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh.
We're gonna laugh at destruction and famine, man. That's why Isaiah 4:1 is written. Give me Isaiah 4:1. Give me the infamous, man.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 4, verse 1. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man.
Why is 7 women gonna take hold of one man? And that's not a specific number. It just means completion. Because what? Because of all the hell that's gonna be on the earth. Go ahead, Pastor. Because of all the hell that's gonna be on the earth, man. Go ahead.
And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach.
Yeah, they're gonna be trying to grab onto it. Please let me come with you. All right, and we're gonna be picking and choosing in that day, man. We're gonna be picking and choosing, man. Like how you go to the grocery store, you pick up the apple. Oh no, this one's has a little something on it, you know. Or this one, oh no, it's not fully ripe. You know, you put it back. That's how we're gonna be choosing, man. No, I don't like this one. This one is high in sodium. No, put it back. That's chunky. Yeah, right. We're gonna be able to be picky in that day, man. Go ahead, man.
2 Ezra 16:17. Woe unto me! It's like a woe is me, who shall deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrows and great mourning, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars and the powers shall stand in fear.
Ooh, right.
The beginning of evil.
Even the powers are going to stand in fear, man. Even the ones that are in rulership, they're going to be scared, man. The power's going to be going down out here, man. And they're going to be in their bunkers, man. Okay? Go ahead.
The beginning of evils, what shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as a scourge for amendment.
That's it. That's what's getting ready to come, man. Go ahead, bro.
This is Amos 5, and verse 18. It says, woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you?
Right.
The day of the Lord is darkness and not light, as if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him, or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall and the serpent bit him.
That's it, all right? Meaning you're not going to be able to escape. There's going to be so much hell going on. You're going to go from this hell to another hell to this hell to another hell. Right? That's what's getting ready to come. All right? And these people, trust me, these people are not ready for the power crisis. Right? They're not ready. All right? Or with them bet, and don't think it's because you got money you got going past websites. Don't think it's just because you got money, you got 20 million, 100 million, you're going to go safe from that. Because in 1 second, that's going to go away. That's going to dissipate, man. And it's going to dissipate for most people. All right? Well, you saw what happened with this recent bank, the SB, the Silicon Valley Bank, which was one of the top banks in I believe it was the second biggest bank, the most important bank, something like that. It was definitely the most important bank for that area, for LA. Okay, so that went under like that. And what, those investors and whatever, they were at the door trying to get in, walking back and forth. Hurt. Because they got all their money in there. They ain't holding no big cash reserves, man. They ain't got no matches full of money, man. All their money is digital on that in the banking system. Wow. That's why I made that video, told brothers, take money, make sure you only have a certain amount of money in the bank. Take out most of the money and put them in assets and just take them out, man. Okay, maybe you have gold, silver, things like that, if anything, But trust me, they're gonna be hurting too. They're gonna be, don't think they're just gonna escape. They're gonna be in the lines like you for the rationing. That's what the elites want. The elites want everyone on the same level.
This is the book of Proverbs 11:4. Riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivers from death.
That's right. Righteousness delivers from death, and that's where we win. That's why we don't need no money. We don't need no opportunities for the community. We don't need that, man. We just need Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Once we got that's where we get the advantage, man. Like when you got I don't know, man. I don't know what kind of thing I can put it at. But let's say a person is fighting, right? Let's say it's a fight, a UFC match, and it's a UFC fighter versus a boxer. But you're fighting in the UFC octagon, and you got to fight with UFC rules. Now the boxer's at a disadvantage now. You see what I'm saying? So this is what it's going to be for us. We're going to be in our league.
Ezekiel 7:19, they shall cast their silver in the streets, and their gold shall be removed. Their silver and their gold shall not be able to deliver them in the day of wrath of the Lord.
Right, it's gonna be useless, man. That money that they have is gonna be useless. Okay, I'm telling you, it doesn't matter if they got 100 million. All of that is gonna be they're switching systems. All of that's gonna be useless, man. Okay, and they're gonna say, listen, come in to get your CHIP, and we'll give you a certain percentage of what you have. Possibly, maybe, if that bank didn't go under already, because they do bail-ins, right? The bail-ins is where they use their money, right, to pay off their debts, and they could just give them stocks and bonds. Here, we're just going to give you a stock and bonds that's already plummeted in replace for your money. But hey, this is the wicked. Go ahead.
Matthew 6.
A little bit more?
Yeah,
go ahead.
They shall not satisfy their souls, neither fill their bowels, because it is a stumbling block of their iniquity.
That's it. Go ahead, bro.
Matthew 6:19. Lay not up for yourself treasure upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal.
That's it. All right, and that's why they have a lot of things. The cybersecurity this, cybersecurity that, because anyone can just go into your bank account and transfer money.
That's right.
And that's what these people be doing, man. And you know who's the top fraudsters on the earth? Who you brothers think is some of the top? Who do you think is the top fraudsters?
Fraudsters?
Well, specific. Well, okay. Besides E, I'm talking about the actual little frauds in the computers and stuff, like, No, it's not Jake. It's not Jake. It's the Eastern Europeans. Oh, they're the top. They're the top. The Romanians.
Oh, I thought it was Nigeria.
The Russians, man. They're the top scammers, man. You think of a Nigerian or an Elamite. Yeah, they want to buy insurance, right? And then but no, they're on a higher level. They're on a level where they can control your computer, man. Okay? Where they'll control your computer and go log into your. find your password, log in on your computer, and transfer the funds to themselves, man. They're on that level, man. And I've seen it with my own eyes. With Jake, I seen Jake, Russian, one of them Eastern Europeans do that shit.
You've seen them do it. You know,
Right.
You lose control of your mouse. You can't do nothing.
Right.
You know?
Right. Yeah, they're logging in with the files that they, you know. But ultimately, but who's the face of it? Jake, right? Right? Go ahead.
But lay up for yourself treasure in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal.
That's it. Okay, go ahead.
Isaiah 33 and verse 6, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of that time,
Yeah.
and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure.
Fear of the Lord is his treasure. And that's what's going to keep us stable in that time is the wisdom and knowledge of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Go ahead.
2 Thessalonians 2, verse 11. And for this cause, God shall send them a strong delusion, that they should believe a lie, that they might be them who believe not the truth, but had pleasure in righteousness.
Right, that was going into the point I made before. Go ahead.
This is James chapter 5 and verse 1. Go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you.
That's right.
Your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth-eaten.
Your garments are moth-eaten, man. Okay, your riches are corrupted and your garments are moth-eaten, man. Okay, meaning what? Meaning all these things that you got is not real wealth. You know, all these things that you have is not real wealth. Read that again, man.
It says, your riches are corrupted.
Well, that's what they found out when the bank shut down, right? When they said, then they went and like, yo, where's all my riches? And that's the minute you could be poor.
That's right.
You understand? You understand? I had a situation like that just recently, man. I got effed up because ultimately, if they stop your money, right, and you're trying to run a business, right, and that money's what you're using to run the business, you're through. You see what I'm saying? You're through. That business is going under, and you're constantly in debt. Now you might have rent to pay, you might have this and that, right? So it becomes a deep, dark hole. Go ahead, man. And what happens? They'll end up being poor just like everyone else, man. Go ahead.
Your riches are corrupted. Your garments are moth-eaten. Your gold and your silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you.
Right, because this money system is fraud in itself. All right, this whole fractional reserve banking, that's fraud right there. That's if a person did that, they would get arrested. It's complete wickedness, man. First of all, they don't have. They have like less than 10%. They say 10%, less than 10% of what they say they have. So they could give you a loan for $10 million and only have $1 million in the bank. But then you got to pay interest on that. So that's just a scam right there. That's just numbers on a keyboard. You see, anyone can get rich off of that, right? It's complete. It's shut. They're predators, man. But then they don't get arrested. Then they're not behind bars as criminals, man. You see? They got you Jakes as criminals, man. You sell one crack rock, I know, what's that? What's that? You shouldn't have been selling drugs, right? But then who's the biggest drug dealer? The so-called white man. Oh, they just made cocaine legal in BC, man. What's that? What's this about? They used to treat criminals with coke, especially crack, like if you'd have killed 10 people, man. Now they're making it legal. That show you all their laws are all BS, man. As long as they could benefit, that's all that matters. It's not about morality. Right. It's not about what's good and what's right. They don't care about what's right, man. Give me that as all the power they had to do so. Okay, Micah 2:1. But also give me wisdom of Solomon. Give me wisdom of Solomon. Not wisdom of Solomon. Yeah, wisdom of Solomon 2. That's right. That's something else. What you read?
There's still more on
Yeah, read that.
All right, going back to James 5 and 3.
Yeah.
Your gold and your silver is cankered, and the rest of them shall be a witness against you.
Yeah.
And shall eat your shall eat your flesh as it were fire, and ye have heaped treasures together for the last days. Behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud, crieth, and the cries of them which have
which is the working class. Okay, the working class that's mourning and crying. Right? Go ahead.
and the cries of them which have reaped are entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth.
Right. Ultimately, them people that are the CEOs and things like that, they're going to be catching hell too, and those people are going to be looking for them too. Okay, that's why the scriptures speak about the not regarding their kings nor princes. They're going to be looking for people, man. All right, and they're not going to care about the police. The police are going to be shut down. Okay.
It says, ye have lived in pleasure on the earth, and have been wanton. Ye have nourished your hearts as in the day of slaughter.
Yeah.
Ye have condemned and killed the just, and doeth not and he doeth not resist you. Be patient, therefore, brethren, unto the coming of the Lord. Behold,
Which the scriptures also say that a man that defrauds a man of his wages slayeth him. A lot of the people that own them corporate, they're robbing people, man. Right? They're giving people, they're taking all that money out of their check, but then the profit that they're making, they're not giving them a fair wage, man. You see what I'm saying? That's defrauding someone of their work. And plus the scriptures say that a man is supposed to get paid every day for his work before the sun goes down. That's according to the law, man. You see, the law is way better than what Esau has set up here. This is nothing but wickedness and oppression, man.
Every day, right?
Scriptures also talk about the year of release.
Yep.
Yeah,
Right.
Jubilee.
Yep. The Jubilee. Yep.
Jubilee and December.
There's also
There's two.
Yep. The year released to 7 years.
That's also where Esau gets the statute of limitations from.
Yep. Exactly. Well, you got more on that?
It says,
Right.
be patient, therefore, brethren, unto the coming of the Lord. Behold, the husbandman waited for the precious fruits of the earth, and had long patience for it, until he received the early and later rain.
That's it. Latter rain. That's it. Okay. Let's get the wisdom of Solomon too. You were holding it? Oh, Solomon. What is wisdom of Solomon too?
This is Wisdom of Solomon 2, in verse 11. Let our strength be the law of justice, for that which is feeble is found nothing to be worth.
Let our strength be the law of justice. See, this is how Esau operates. This is how the so-called white man operates. He doesn't care about right and wrong. What he cares is that he has the power to do so. You see, Jake, we have a conscience of right and wrong. Esau doesn't have that conscience. His conscience is on profit. That's it.
That's right.
That's all he cares. That's why he'll dump all kind of chemicals in the water and destroy the whole earth just for profit. See, the Native Americans cared about the earth, right? They cared about the animal. They cared about nature and everything, right? But that's why they said that the white man holds nothing sacred. He holds, meaning what, he'll do anything for gain. See, a man like that ruling is not good. Give me that when your ruler is a child. Go ahead, what you
Real
got?
quick, how Esau Edom sold his birthright
Yes.
for lentil.
Yes.
You know, because he was a natural man. You know, he was a natural man. He didn't understand the benefit of having that birthright. And just because he wanted to eat, he sold it. He saw it as a quick exchange. In his mind, he actually thought that he was benefiting from that trade.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Yeah.
So a man like that in rulership position is not good. It's very, very detrimental, man. Right? Him controlling your food, he'll put all kind of preservatives just for profit. So we got to be able to keep it longer. So we'll put chloride and chlorvexifide and this, that to hold it. You know what I'm saying? And then people catch cancer, and he doesn't care. Now, as long as his pockets are greased.
This is Ecclesiastes 10 and verse 16. It says, woe to thee, O land, when thy king is a child, and thy princes eat in the morning.
Bro, this man is childish. He's a childish guy. All right, the laws that they pass, sometimes you can cross. Sometimes you can't believe the things that they're passing. It's like, yo, are you serious? It seems like a parody, but it's real. It's real life. You know, there's a law recently passed in where was it? I don't remember where was it. Was it Switzerland? One of the European countries, I believe, where a man can't brag about about his sexual relations with a woman, or that's misogyny, so you can get up to 7 years. That's a childish law. That's like a kid behind play. This is just a white man. He's an idiot, man. Let's just be real. It's like this is stupidity, man. It's like, yo, can you believe this? And if the Lord could put him in power, the Lord could put anyone in power. Man. The Lord could he could bring them Japhites, out of the bones in their nose. He could bring them up to rule the earth, man. And they'll do it better than you. Raise up Jesus. So, bro. Anyway, so like, go ahead.
A little more, it says, verse 17, Ecclesiastes 10 and 17. Blessed
This
are
is
thou.
who's in power, man. This is who's in power right now, bro. This is the guy who's ruling your earth, man. The beast man. Beware of the beast man. He gonna make the buildings of your own business. Go ahead.
Ecclesiastes 10, 17.
Yes, he raised him up. He raised that perfect example. But he raised him from this state to now he's shaved up. Got the illusion of being a
Somebody.
knowledgeable. He's got a suit on, you know, right? But it's the same old E. Go ahead, man.
Ecclesiastes 10, 17. It says, blessed art thou, O land, when thy king is the son of nobles, and thy princes eat in due season for strength and not drunkenness.
Go ahead, read it again.
Ecclesiastes 10, 17. It says, blessed art thou, O land, when thy king is the son of nobles, and thy princes
See,
eat.
we're the sons and nobles, man. You see, so when we're in power, that's right. Okay, but Esau, he's the son of a peasant, right? Okay, go ahead.
It says, and thy princes eat in due season for strength and not for drunkenness.
That's it. Matter of fact, get me what's that word? What's that? Boy, what you got, bro? Go ahead, Bruce.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 30, and verse 21. For 3 things the earth is disquieted, and for 4 which it cannot bear. For a servant when he reigneth, and a fool when he is filled with meat.
That's it. All right. A servant when he reigneth. And Esau's a servant, and he's a child. Give me Daniel 4:17. All right, go ahead.
This is Wisdom of Solomon 6 and 24. But the multitude of the wise is the welfare of the world,
Right.
and the wise king is the upholding of the people.
The welfare of the world. Well, that's why the Lord said what He said about setting up over one that is profitable. The one that's going to profit the earth and the people of the earth is Yahweh Shai and the elect. That's the only one that's going to profit the earth. Esau is destroying the earth. Look at the condition of the earth. Look at the condition of the people, man. Go ahead.
The book of Sirach, chapter 10, and verse 4. The power, verse 3. An unwise king destroys his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited.
And that's what's going to happen, man. Right? We're gonna rule the earth in prudence, man. Okay, and the nations are they're gonna have to be in order, man, to the ways of Yahweh Shai. Right?
The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time He will set over it one that is profitable.
Right. That one that's profitable is Yahweh Shai. That's gonna allow the earth to gain. What's profit? That's gain. The earth is gonna gain. It's gonna increase, man. All right.
But
The Lord even speaks about enlarging the tents. Right? The earth is gonna increase, man.
you think they're going to rebel at the beginning?
Yeah, oh yeah, there's going to be some rebellion. And the Lord said they did not repent of their wickedness.
Yes, true.
You know, so they're definitely going to rebel. And there has to be examples, you know, for fun, you know, for the story's sake, you know.
So it even says, bring them hither, those that do not want me to bring
Yes.
them.
Yeah, true.
Yep, that's Ezekiel. What?
This is John 10 and 10. The thief cometh not, but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. I am come that they might have life, and that they might have it more abundantly.
That's it. Right, he's coming to give the abundance of life. And that's going to be through all this earth. All right, it's going to be through the animals, through the plants, right? The nature is going to rejoice. It's going to speak about the groaning, right? The groaning of the creature. I got this right there.
This is Romans 8 and verse 19. For the earnest expectation of the creature waited for the manifestations of the sons of God.
Right, because even the earth is waiting for us to get into power to bring the earth back to flourish again, right? To take out this pollution and set up a righteous rulership, right? You see what I'm saying? Because even sometimes if you're looking at these animals, man, they be looking at you like, damn, man, help. You know? Because they feel it, man. They feel it, right? There was that ape, that gorilla who could speak sign language. Or Coco, I think his name was Coco. And what he did was they asked him about what, they asked him something. I don't know what they asked him, but he said, yeah, you know, humans are stupid. And really, if you want to say the white people, you would have said what? If you say Edomite, if you know what an Edomite was, you would have said Edomites are stupid, right? Because they're destroying the earth. That's what he said.
Wow.
He said, I am nature. All the trees are nature. I am nature. They're destroying the earth. That's what they said. That's what he said. Okay, so this is why that's truly their earnest expectation. And that was the Spirit through speaking through that beast to tell them what's up. Go ahead, bro.
This is 2 Ezra 10 and verse 9. For ask the earth, and she shall tell thee that it is she which ought to mourn for the fall of so many that grow upon her.
Damn. That's heavy. That's heavy. Go ahead, bro.
Isaiah 14.
Well, scriptures say that blood is defileth the earth.
Yeah.
So all that blood, all that death is not good either. See? See what I'm saying? So all that, the kingdom is going to be about life. So that even really, after that 1,000 years, they won't be okay because it's going to be life that's going to flourish in the earth, right? They're going to live longer too. All right? They're going to live, you know, who knows, maybe 300 years, who knows? Okay? But they're going to live longer, man, and be healthy and eat real food, man.
This is Ecclesiasticus 19 and verse 19. The knowledge of the commandments of the Lord is the doctrine of life.
Right.
And they that do things that please him shall receive the fruit of the tree of immortality.
The doctrine of life is in these scriptures. Right. Esau pushes forth the doctrine of death because it's everything opposite of what's in the scriptures. You see that? Go ahead, what you got, bro?
Isaiah 14 and 5.
Yeah.
The Lord hath broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. Verse 7. The whole earth is at rest and is quiet.
Yes.
They break forth into singing.
Which that goes into peace, right? Quietness goes into peace. See this that's why when you live in the city, you never have peace because everything is moving so fast and it's always, you know, so everything's always moving. You know? Yeah, there's a bill coming out of your account, this, that, this, third. You live out in the country, you're just living off of the earth. You have peace. Because you know, you can slow down, you know, think, you know. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 8. Yet the fir tree rejoiceth at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no feller is come up against us.
Right. The trees represent people, but it also represents nature and trees, man. See what I'm saying? So they're gonna come up with, they're gonna be rejoiced once these devils are taken down too, because they're gonna understand that this is the right way. This is the right way. But thank goodness. You know? Go ahead.
Romans 8 and 19. For the earnest expectation of the creature waited for the manifestation of the sons of the Most High.
That's the bottom line, man. Okay, that's the bottom. They're earnestly waiting for us to come into power, man. They're earnestly waiting for the Israelites to come into power. I remember I was at this one bar, right? And the dog. This was like a few months ago. I think a couple months ago. There's one dog. He wouldn't leave from me, man. He couldn't leave. He wouldn't leave from under me, man. You know? The owner was kind of looking like, what the hell? You know what I mean? But no, he wouldn't leave me, and he'd give me that look like Bubba could shot me. You know, if he could speak, you know. Go ahead, bro.
Real quick, this is the book of Psalm, chapter 82, and verse 4. Deliver the poor and needy, rid them out of the hand of the wicked. Right. They know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of course.
Yeah, man. You could set up darkness in the earth, man. See, when we're in rulership, we're going to set up light. Give me Isaiah 16:1. But read that. Habakkuk.
This is Habakkuk 2 and verse 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him.
Whose soul? The Edomite soul. Go ahead.
But the just shall live by his faith. Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man.
And the wine represents his philosophies, you know, his so-called democracy, his so-called feminism, his so-called this and that. All the LGBT alphabet stuff that they're pushing on the children, all that is his philosophies. He's spreading and spilling all over the earth and forcing other nations to be a part of that nonsense. That's what he's doing, man. They're talking to Uganda. Oh, if you don't accept this, man, giving you no aid. No wonder the president said, man, F you and your aid, man. Okay, we're better off without it because that's nothing but a scam anyway. Go ahead, man.
He is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death.
He is as death and as hell. When he came over here, look at listen, man. The Native Americans were so healthy they could run the speed of a horse, man. Okay, there was no sign of any Down syndrome, no sign of any disease or sickness among them before Esau got here, bro. Before they touched their nasty red feet on this ground, man. Now look at them, man. They all look unhealthy.
Yeah.
They all look obese, unhealthy through. Okay? Like, they all got diabetes, man. They don't look right. Why? Because Esau came here. He came with what? He came with hell and death. That's why the scriptures speak about the lake of fire. Hell and death is going to be swallowed up in it. Why? Because after America's destroyed, that's the end of that. We're going back to the right way. All right?
That's right.
And Esau's going to be put in chains, man. Where he belongs, man. Where they belong. Okay? Them and their children and their women, man. Go ahead, man.
Who enlarges
Well,
his
some of their women, they're going to be concubines, if they ever be so lucky. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be like winning the lottery, man. For an Edomite to be one of our concubines, that's going to be like winning the lottery in the kingdom, man. So go ahead, man.
who enlargeth his desire as hell,
Yeah.
and is as death, and
right.
cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations,
Right.
and heapeth unto him all people.
Yeah. That's it, okay? Go ahead.
Psalms 37 and
Because
35.
he wants everyone to be united under his way, which is the ways of death. Go ahead.
Psalms 37 and 35. I have seen the wicked in great power, and spreading himself like a green bay tree. Yet he passed away, and lo, he was not. Yet I saw him, but he could not be found.
Because he's going to be taken out of rulership, man. Scripture said there's no place found in heaven for him. After the war in heaven, there's going to be no more place found in heaven. Meaning he's not going to be in rulership anymore, man. Because now you see Edomites everywhere. You look here and you see Edomite on the ad, you see Edomite there, Edomite boss, Edomite this, Edomite that. All right? But you're not going to see an Edomite, man. Go ahead, bro.
This is Proverbs 2 and verse 22. But the wicked shall be cut off from the earth, and the transgressors shall be rooted out of it.
That's it. That's it. That's it. Right? 'Cause everywhere you look, there's an Edomite. You want any type of thing happen on the news, there's an Edomite, and oh, y'all, this was a tragic scene. And, oh, we're here at the scene, and he's everywhere. Okay? He's in Kuwait. He's in the jungles of the Amazon. Okay? He's underwater, scuba diving, harassing the fish. You know what I'm saying?
You'll find him there first.
Yeah, you'll find him.
Yo,
You see what I'm saying? You actually have, you don't you know there's some Edomites that were actually having like, they were like living underwater for a little bit. They went scuba diving, they said, we're gonna live down here for a few days. And the fish were looking at them, what the hell are you doing there? Go ahead.
this is Job 20 and verse 6. Though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach out to the clouds, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he?
Yeah, that's when we take him out and completely exterminate him. Because there's going to be a day where Esau is going to be done away. There's not going to be another Edomite on the earth. And that's going to be poetic justice. Because what are you trying to do? Try to exterminate all these other people. But he's going to be the one that's going to be exterminated. You try to steal other people's land, but he's not going to have a land. You see that? That's the justice of Yahweh Shem Shai. Go ahead, man.
He shall fly away as a dream, and shall not be found. Yea, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night. The eye also which saw him shall see him no more, neither shall his place any more behold him.
That's it. That's it. Go ahead, brother.
Isaiah 47 and 1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground, there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans. For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate.
That's it, all right? They're not going to be looked at as these benevolent people no more. Oh, America's coming to help. And all this, listen, the skirt is being lifted up. Keep going on that. Keep going on that.
It says, take the millstone and grind mill.
Grind.
It's like take the millstone and grind mill. Uncover thy locks, make bare the leg. Uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered. Yeah, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man.
Right, their shame is being unseen. They're being uncovered. How are the things that Esau searched out, man? That's it. What?
Verse 5. It's like, verse 4. As for your Redeemer, the Lord of hosts is his name, the Holy One of Israel. Sit thou
The Holy
silent.
One of who?
The Holy One of Israel.
That's our power, man. Go ahead.
Sit thou silent, and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans.
Yep.
For thou shalt no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms.
Right, all right, the Lady of Kingdoms, right?
Yeah.
That delicate. At one point, everyone wanted to go to America, right? They thought, oh, they're coming. America's coming to help. Now they see America's the biggest terrorists on the earth, right? And the Edomites are the ones that are heading America, right? See, but they came. They paint themselves Superman. They're Superman. They're Genghis Khan. They're this. They're that. They're everyone. They're the Ethiopians. They're everyone. The Egyptians. They're everybody, right? But now the lies are being broken up, man. And it started with the apostles and elders. Now we can get down to the nitty-gritty, man. Because prior to the apostles and elders, really the average person really thought the Lord looked like a so-called white guy. You know? That's why you'd have you got a shirt of Jesus. Oh, we got a Jesus piece. What does that mean? That means that's who they think it is, right? And whose face is it? The devil. Cesare Borgia.
Habakkuk 2:16, thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also,
Yeah.
let thy foreskin be uncovered.
Yeah.
The cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful
What does it
spewing.
mean? He's going to have to drink down all the things that he gave to us. He's going to have to drink that down double. That's the justice of the Lord, man. Go ahead.
And shameful spewing shall be on thy glory.
That's it. All right. Everything that they did is being uncovered to be wicked. You see, that's why they're taking out statues and all this different stuff. Because now it's shameful. You see, at one time it wasn't shame. They were proud of that shit.
Yeah.
Now they're like, oh, take it down. Right? Christopher Columbus, all his wickedness is coming out, man. He was a pedophile, a cannibal. He was all kind of wickedness, man. Right? He used to feed children to babies, man. I mean, to dogs. So this guy's a sadistic. Why would you promote this guy? If you got a Christopher Columbus day. Go ahead, man.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 32, and verse 6. And verse 5, the vile person shall be no more called liberal.
Right, you're not going to be liberal. It means is blessed, Barak, in that scripture. He's not going to be called blessed. These wicked Edomites ain't going to be called blessed. Man. Go ahead.
Nor the child said to be bountiful.
Right.
For the vile person will speak villainy.
Yeah, like Klaus Schwab. That's a villain, man. You see, but he used to be in the background. This is the mindset of all these elites, man. Okay? That's clearly a villain, right?
Oh, yeah.
The next cyber attack will be in comparison to COVID-19, right? COVID-19 will pale in comparison to our next cyber attack. That's a flipping villain, man. That's the one. These are the ones that are exalted in this earth right now, man. And he's supposed to be the replacement of Henry Kissinger, man, which was another devil. All these Edomites, man, they're gonna be taken out, man. Go ahead, bro.
For the vile person will speak villainy, and his heart will work iniquity, to practice hypocrisy, and to utter error against the Lord,
That's right.
to make empty the soul of the
But
humble.
these Edomites are the biggest hypocrites on the earth, too, man. And that's vexing to the soul of the righteous, man. Go ahead, man.
It says, to make empty the soul of the hungry.
Well, what's some proof on that? Well, now they legalized cocaine. Wait a minute, that was a major, that was huge. That was like the worst drug ever, right? Cocaine. Now they legalized it in BC because they found a way to they want to make a profit. See how the devil operates? Go ahead, man.
To make empty the soul of the hungry, and he will cause the drink of the thirsty to fail.
Right.
The instruments also of the
Because
child-
what they do is they attack the vulnerable. See what I'm saying? That's what they do. They attack and they rob the vulnerable. That's how Esau is. That's how from the time these Edomites came, that's all they did. And even before that. You know the hindermost parts?
Yeah.
That's it. That's the spirit. They did it. Listen, man. If the devil did it, give me Ecclesiastes 12. They never changed. This is in their spirit. You have to understand that. You got a lot of these posts, racist. This proves racism is taught. No, you dumb. All right? Racism is a natural thing for these other nations, especially the Edomite towards you, because the Edomites is your biggest enemy. Okay? Your natural born enemies, Salah. Okay, your natural born enemies, man. I'm not going nowhere, man. Okay? Get me Genesis 25. Get me Genesis 25, man. Go ahead, bro.
This is Ecclesiastes 1 and verse 15. That which is crooked cannot be made straight,
That's right.
and that which is wanted cannot be numbered.
That's right. Go ahead.
This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 12 and verse 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
Never trust thine enemy. This is the mindset all Jakes should have, man. Anything Esau comes with, you should be like, now let me check this out. Let me triple check it. Okay? Let me research it. All right? To make sure it's correct. Because these devils, they love to lie, man. Go ahead.
It says, though he humbled him,
It says, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, is walking around as a roaring lion, seeking whom he will devour.
Go ahead.
though he humbled himself and go crouching,
Right, act like he's 40. I just come to help. I just come for it with aid. Just aid now. What aid for Africa? Aid for Africa. Go ahead, read.
though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good
You
heed
better watch him. You better keep your eyes on him, man. You better keep your eyes on him, man. Go ahead.
and beware of him.
Yep.
And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass.
Yep.
And thou shalt know that his rust had not been altogether wiped away. Set him not by thee, lest when he had overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And thou at the last remember my words, and be pricked therewith. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with the serpent?
This is the serpent. It's the same serpent in the garden, and you Jakes is trusting the serpent, man. Even after all this, man. It's amazing. Like for me, it was amazing that Jake was willing to take the juice. All right? It was amazing to me that Jake was willing to take that juice. I was like, damn, after all that? I was like, Gad, you too? I was like, Gad, how could you? You know? You don't remember the blankets, man? But they're pushing it heavy out there in the reserve, man. Go ahead, man.
Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with the serpent?
Right, Esau is the serpent. Go ahead.
Or such as come nigh wild beasts?
Right.
So one that goeth to a sinner and is defiled with him in his sins, who will pity?
Right.
For a while he will abide with thee, but if thou begin to fall, he will not tarry.
That's it. What did I ask for? What I'm looking for. You got something out? Genesis 49? Okay. Read that.
There's more in Isaiah 32 and verse 7. The instruments also of the churl are evil. He devises wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words, even when the needy speaketh right.
Right. The hindermost parts. Or use giggles. Use Google Translate. Go to Google and look up this smite stroke. The hindermost parts. Google. When you can't find something, go to Google. Go ahead, bro. Let's go. Okay, go ahead, brother. Bring it up.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 10 and 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they are prescribed, to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the
And
fatherless.
that's what, because like I said, they attack the vulnerable. That's what Esau's all. He's about attacking the vulnerable. He's not going to attack the strong. He's going to attack the vulnerable. That's how they operate. Go ahead.
This is Deuteronomy 25.
That's why they're not coming to bully Russia for their oil. Eh? Notice that, right? Right? Who are they bullying? They're not bullying certain nations for their oil. They're bullying them smaller nations. They're bum rushing those smaller nations. That's how Esau's mindset is. He attacks the vulnerable. Go ahead.
This is Deuteronomy 25 and verse 17. It says, remember what Amalek did unto thee.
Right? Who's Amalek? The head tribe of the nation of Edom. Okay, go ahead.
By the way,
The small hat, so you can understand. Go ahead.
remember what Amalek did unto thee by the way, when you were come forth out of Egypt, how he met thee by the way, and smote the hindermost of thee.
Right, who's the hindermost? The hindermost was the children, the women, and the elder people, man. And you see, and that's spiritual, because you know who else? You know what animal operates like that? Wolves.
Yeah.
Okay, wolves, they have the elderly and the weak in the back. And they have the strong in the front, mostly. You know, go ahead.
How he met thee by the way, and smote the hindermost of thee, even all that were feeble behind thee, when thou was faint and weary, and he feared not the Most High.
Right, because he doesn't care about right and wrong. He has no morals, man. This devil is moralist, man. That's why to establish his NWO, he doesn't care what he has to do to accomplish it. But he's not going to win. The Lord is going to take him out, man. Okay, finish up.
Verse 19, Therefore it shall be, when the Lord thy power had given thee rest from all thine enemies round about, and the land which the Lord thy power giveth thee for an inheritance to possess it, that thou shalt blot out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven, thou shalt not forget it.
That's it. We gonna get, the Lord says he's gonna have war with Amalek from generation to generation. So Amalek is a target, right? And Amalek are the most vile people on the earth. Okay, when you deal with Amalek, those are I'll say this, man. I think those are by percentage-wise, I think those are the biggest atheists and the biggest flamers, man. Freaks. Just recently, the brothers shared a video about how Amalek, he had the hat on and everything. I'm like, yeah, well, my son's a transformer. We go back to our ancient texts and we got 6 genders. I'm like, wait, this is your ancient text? You see the Bible? Where you get that from? You're talking about the Talmud, man. You see what I'm saying? These devils are on the left-hand side. They ain't on the right. And this is why it's like the Lord said, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes, man? Seeing our names instruction. This book is not for them. The Torah is not for them. The Tanakh is not for them, man. That's for us, man. Matter of fact, give me that, brother. Give me Psalms, man. Yeah, go ahead, bro.
This is the book of prayer of Azariah, chapter 1 and verse 9. And thou didst deliver us into the hands of lawless enemies, most hateful forsakers of the Most High.
They're lawless. They have no morals, man. When you see what they see, that's why they don't want critical race theory taught. Which I don't know about all the aspects of it, but I know that they're going deeper into the history, right? They don't want all of that taught because it's going to expose them too much. And trust me, if you knew what Esau really was doing, like all the way to details, you'd be like, damn, the people are animals, man. All right? Go ahead, man. Listen, man. They used to feed others, like on the ships. They used to actually eat the slave. They used to eat them, bro. Straight up. They don't tell you that, man. They talk like it's like a voyage. Oh, this is a trip. They were there. No, they used to eat them. Like, they were on some sadistic level, man. Raping like 5-year-olds, 4 raping. You know what I mean? Like they're on a sadistic level, bro. Cutting the babies of pregnant. They used to do this to the natives too. Cut the babies of the pregnant women and step on the baby. Like, they used to have circuses with Jake in there, and they where the baseball they used to have grown adults shoot the baseball at a baby. And the fair, they could have just used anything. They could have used a bullseye, but no, they wanted to use a baby. Let's get a so-called black baby. And a lot of those babies ended up blind. They ended up with brain damage. This is the history of the so-called white man, man. All right? And then he's going to act like he's some benevolent guy, man. This is the devil that the Bible speaks about, man.
Derby's dose.
Yeah, Derby's dose. Come on, that's some sick stuff, man. See, they ain't going to teach you that in school because it's going to expose them, man. And people are already looking at them sideways now, man. So wait till they start going deep into this.
They used to cover the mother, the child in a bag and make him fornicate with his mother.
Yeah, oh yeah.
That's what the children motherfucker keep up.
Yep. Yeah, he's a demon, man. He's just a complete demon. All right?
Verse 9.
There's more? Okay, go ahead.
It says, and thou didst deliver us into the hands of lawless enemies, most hateful forsakers of God, and to an unjust king, and the most wicked in all the world.
The most wicked, man. These devils are the most wicked. And it's going to be revealed, man. It's going to be revealed, man. Everything is going to be, nothing that is hidden shall not be revealed. Okay? Go ahead.
This is Ephesians 5 and verse 11. And have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather reprove them. For it is a shame even to speak of those things which are done of them in secret.
Right, that's it. Right? Even the things that they do in secret, man. If you speak about it, you don't feel right. Repeating it, man. But this is how he gets down. Or look at the movie Salo, man. He's just on the left. He's just completely in the darkness. That's what he's comfortable in. That's it.
Job 30 and 8. They were children of fools, children of base men. They were viler than the earth.
Right, they're violent in the earth, man. Okay, they're base people, man. See what I'm saying? It's all gonna be revealed, man. It's all gonna be revealed. Khan, that's what I want to do.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 50, and verse 16. It says, "But unto the wicked the Most High said, What hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth?"
Yeah, well, why are you holding the Bible and acting like you're the people of God and all this? Why are you doing that? Go ahead.
Seeing thou hatest instruction.
See, you do nothing according to the scriptures, man. You run the earth in complete wickedness, man. Huh? You push forth wicked philosophies and doctrines in the earth. Go ahead.
And castest my words behind thee. When thou sawest a thief, thou consentedest with him.
Right.
And hast been partaker with adulterers.
Right, all their history is all wickedness, man. All of it, man. There's not one good thing that these Edomites have done on the earth. Not one good thing, man.
That's right.
Go ahead.
It says,
we freed them. We emancipated the slave. First of all, dummy, who put them in slavery? And then secondly, emancipation doesn't mean free. It means transfer, man. Go ahead.
This is Ecclesiasticus 14 and verse
Now,
7.
now everyone's under slavery, man. Go ahead.
Ecclesiasticus 14 and verse 7.
Yep.
If he doeth good, he doeth it unwillingly.
If he doeth good, he doeth what?
He doeth it unwillingly.
Unwillingly. That's why when they go to give aid to these countries, it's really a trap. Because they're giving them interest loan that they can't pay back. And they're forcing them to take that aid.
That's right.
A lot of times they force them to take these different loans, man. And they come with their economic hitman. There was a documentary on that, man. See, this devil, the Lord put a reprobate spirit in him. He's exposing him. He make a documentary, put it on Netflix. Oh yeah, by the way, this is how we get down. It goes into detail. Right? But then when they get accused, they'll say, no, that's not us. No, we didn't do it like that. Right? But hold on, there's a documentary on it. Right? Go ahead.
And if he doeth good, he doeth it unwillingly.
Right.
And at the last, he will declare his wickedness.
And they're about to, trust me, you're going to see the true nature of Esau when this time comes, because they saw it in Katrina. Because in Katrina, they thought, I had a nice white neighbor, right? Right? And what did they do? They were shooting at them, man. Okay? And they might have been neighbors for 20 years, man. All right? But you're going to see, when the society crashes, a lot of them black bitches that's dealing with them, they're going to eat their ass, man. They'll cook their ass up. They're going to be the first one being put to death and cooked. Fuck out of here, man. Go ahead, man.
Verse 19.
Like someone worried about shit. We got Moab, man. we got Ishmael and Moab. That's right. We got the land tribes, man. We walking back and forth around this way. You know what I'm saying? You on the lowest on the pool. Anyways, go ahead, who's reading? Go ahead.
Verse 19. Thou givest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit.
Yeah.
Thou sittest and
like I said, Jake and that kumbaya spirit in that day, man, you're gonna get put to death quick. You're gonna be a target quick. Oh, right. No, this is my old Edomite buddy. Oh, you need help? Are you thirsty? Come, I got some extra water. Yo, he is going to kill you and eat you, man.
Can't wait.
Set him not by thee.
You see, but Jake don't get it, man. Jake is gonna fall into major traps, man. Right? Just because the scriptures speak about a man desiring to see another man, he's gonna desire to see a man. He's gonna see an Edomite. Oh, brother, my brother. Like, who take you to the hideout, show you I got some extra food, right? And while he's sleeping, man, he's gonna see some eyes. He's not gonna see no face. He's gonna see eyes in the dark. Pillow, you know? The platform. Oh, that was. This guy woke up tight. Yeah, woke up tied up.
Oh, yeah.
Tied him up.
Verse 20. Thou sittest and speak against thy brother. Thou slanderest thine own mother's son. These.
Was that the movie with the food kept going down?
Oh, yeah. I saw that. Okay.
Verse 21. These things hast thou done, and I kept silence. Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such an one as thyself. But I will reprove thee and set them in order before thine eyes.
That's what's happening. The Lord is raising up the Israelites before their eyes. What you got, Amos?
Sirach 14:5. He that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good? He shall not take pleasure in his goods.
Go ahead, brother.
Psalm 49 verse 11. Their inward parts, their inward thoughts is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generation. They call their lands after their own name.
And they call their lands after their own names. Alright? Because Esau thinks he owns this world. He thinks he owns the actual planet. Like he owns it. No, the Most High owns the planet.
Right,
He
right.
owns the earth.
He owns you.
Right? Yeah, he owns you. That's right. Okay? But he give it as an inheritance to certain men, certain people. You know? What you got, bro?
Isaiah 47 and verse 8. Therefore hear now this, thou that art given to pleasure, that dwellest carelessly, that sayest in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children.
Right, that's how Esau thinks. He thinks he's not going to be catching no help. Alright? Go ahead, break it down, bro.
Basically, Esau thinks that he's going to continue like the brother read in Psalm 49. So they call their streets, the lands after their names. They think their kingdom is going to endure forever. No, but that's not the case. It says, verse 9, but these things shall come unto thee in a moment, in one day, the loss of children
right.
and widowhood. They shall come upon thee in their perfection, for the multitude of thy sorcery, and for the great abundance of thine enchantments. You see, so Esau Edom's going to be taken out the way, man. You know, quick, in a moment.
Yep, go ahead.
2 Thessalonians 2 and 8. And then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth,
135.
and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming.
Right. That's it. The Lord's going to destroy these Edomites, man. All right, he's coming to make war with Esau, man. He ain't coming to wage peace for them, man. He's coming to wage war, man. Get Isaiah 63.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 63, and verse 1. Who is this that cometh from Edom, with dyed garments from Basra?
That's right.
This that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save.
Right, so he's coming from Edom, right? Because meaning he's coming to attack the Edomites.
right.
Those are the ones that are in power. All right, see? Listen, we done figured out the book, man. Through the spirit and carried out by Shia. We understand what's getting ready to come down, man. See? And guess what? The elites understand to some extent as well. But they're the targets of this thing. Okay? So they don't want these prophecies to come to pass. But they are going to come to pass.
That's right. Wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in the winefat? I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me. For I will tread them in mine anger, and trample them in my fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain on my raiment.
That's it.
For the day of vengeance is in my heart, and the year of my redeemed is come.
Go ahead, Shaquai. You teach for now. You teach for now. Go ahead.
This is Revelation 19 and verse 11. And I saw heaven opened up, and behold, a white horse. And he that sat upon him was called faithful and true, and in righteousness he doth judge and make war.
Right, so that's talking about Yahweh Shai, man. You know, and Yahweh Shai judges faithfully. You know, and in righteousness he doeth what?
And in righteousness he doth judge and make war.
He doeth judge and make war, and he's gonna make war with who? Esau Edom, the so-called white man. You know?
There's a bit more. It says, verse 12, his eyes were as a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns.
Right.
And he had a name written that no man knew but he himself.
Right, Yahweh Shai has many crowns. That's symbolic to basically him having rulership over the whole earth, man. Every kingdom is going to be in subjection under him.
right.
Scriptures say he shall reign after he had put down all.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 15, and verse 24. They come at the end when he shall have delivered up the kingdom to Yahweh, even the Father, when he shall have put down all rule and all authority and power. For he must reign till he hath put all enemies under his feet.
Right, see, Yahweh Shai is that one that's profitable to govern over the planet Earth.
That's right.
But in order for Yahweh Shai's kingdom to be established, every other kingdom has to be taken out. That's why
right, that's right.
Daniel 2, is there. It tells you that that stone, he smote the legs of that image, and then what? It became a great mountain, man.
In Daniel's 2, bro.
Oh, also in second Esdras, how it says, matter of fact, I'm gonna grab it. That which is sown. Turn out, got it?
Daniel 2? Yeah, Daniel 2 and 44. And in the days of these kings shall the Most High of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed. And the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and shall stand forever. For as much as thou sawest that the stone was cut out of the mountain without hands, and it break in pieces the iron, the brass, the clay, the silver, and the gold, the great power had made known to the king what shall come to pass hereafter. And the dream is certain, and the interpretation thereof sure.
Jump to where it says it gives you the gold decreases, because that gives you basically a depiction or an example or insight. You know, basically how these different kingdoms, they devalue. You know, they devalued in precious metals. And also, I was watching a video. One of the brothers, they were going into how every kingdom was symbolic for a way of life. You know, so the Babylonian Empire was a what? A prosperous. It was it was a gold, which was one of the highest forms of precious metals. And then it decreased to what? That brass, and it went all the way down to what? Part iron, part clay.
That's right.
You know, which we're in now, which is the worst way of life. Which is death.
This is the worst way of life here. The way Esau set up is the worst. But he tries to mask it behind technology and the fact you can get Uber Eats and you know what I mean? But it's really all complete oppression. Right? And that's how he wants it in the New World Order too. You're gonna have 15-minute cities, so everything's gonna be there. Convenience is gonna be there, but you're gonna be in complete captivity. You're not gonna own anything, right? You're gonna be monitoring your thoughts. You see? So this is the worst way of living there is. There's ever been, absolutely. That's why I said if you go back to the Babylonian Empire, you're not that worried. You know what I'm saying? You were able to have your wife. You know what I'm saying? And own things. You know. But you fast forward to now, you're being taxed for every damn thing. The Babylonian tax was, I think, 1%, man. Imagine you get taxed only 1%. You be living golden, man. Look at how much money comes out of your check, bro. You know what you could do with that money? You just got everything that was on the check.
Oh, come on, man. Bless.
But they take deductions, you know, they take away some, you know, from your paycheck. You don't even know what it's for, bro. Oh, retirement, they take you off? Yo, that's crazy.
The kingdom's about to be destroyed, so it's nonsense.
That's right, that's right.
But then Yahweh's kingdom, which is what? Life. You know, that's going to be set up.
Daniel 2 and 32. This image's head was of fine gold, his breast and his arms of silver, his belly and his thighs of brass.
So I said gold would be what? The Babylonian Empire. You know, you can actually go back in history. You know, that shows you the Bible is faithful and true. Because these kingdoms actually ran their part, man.
That's right.
It's
Real quick, you know, a great movie to watch that shows you a good depiction of the Babylonian Empire is the Eternals.
Yes.
You know, it kind of showed you how the Babylonian Empire was like. You know?
It was short, but I mean, it showed the beauty of it. You know, the gold with the blue in the walls and the gardens. Because it was a very, it was very beautifully built up. You know, this place is ugly. Look at this, man. The gray concrete everywhere. This is ugly, man. They try to mask the ugliness with like lights. Like that's supposed to make it better. It's ugly, man. You're looking out the city, you're not seeing nature, you're just seeing buildings.
So like, real quick, even if you go on Google and look at the picture, I think, is it New York? I'm not too sure. But like of the skyscrapers, and then they give you another picture of comparison to the graveyard. It looks exactly the same. You know, with the buildings and everything. You know, showing you this place represents death, man.
And it's not just New York, it's everywhere. You know, the cities, you can actually, if you take a picture of the cities and the buildings, the infrastructure, and then take a picture of graveyard. A graveyard, you can literally see that they look the same. You know, basically showing you that this place is death. You know?
Share that, brother. Share that.
just to finish up. His legs of iron his feet part of iron and part of clay.
Right, that's the kingdom that we're in now. You know, NATO and the EU. Which is headed by Esau Edom, once again, the so-called white man. Which they were also known as Romans and Greeks in history.
Real quick, brother, this is St. Matthew 12 and 25. And Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand.
And this way of life, this way of life lowers your vibration. It lowers in more ways than you can understand. Esau has destroyed the earth and destroyed the quality of life in more ways than we can understand. And we're going to understand all that in the kingdom. Because I posted something about wood, right? About how the wood, the difference between the wood in 100 years ago versus now. You can see that wood was a strong wood.
Yeah.
That wood is like that'll last forever, like for a long time. See, this wood, because they did it their way, now we're gonna create, plant trees and create them just for this purpose. And it's all GMO and it's not natural. But they'll destroy the natural ones, so that now you got all this corroded wood everywhere, and all these cribs and all these houses, and things of that nature. So everything is just decreasing.
Psalm 64 and 5, they encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? They search out iniquity. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thoughts of every one of them, and their heart is deep.
Alright? The things that you cook with now, right? You know how long it took me to find a good pan that's like, yo, I had to search and I'm like, no, you know? And then nothing is really 100 proof because Esau cooks it. You know? Like you'll have you shouldn't be cooking with that non-stick garbage, man. Yeah. Esau, he's always trying to kill you by convenience, man. You know what I'm saying? But it's non-stick. You don't gotta put butter, but butter gives it flavor. Why wouldn't you want to put butter and oil in your thing, man? You see what I'm saying? Oh, you just slap it on. It's stupid. That's just a stupid concept. Okay? But this is what Esau does, and what that does is that those chemicals kill you, man. Those chemicals give you cancers, man. You see what I'm saying? They started with the DuPont family. They came up with that, man. Right? They discovered what was it? They discovered some petroleum or something, man. I don't remember what it was. They found what? Yeah, Teflon. Yeah, but it was something. I don't know if it was Teflon. It was Teflon. But there was some. I believe there was another thing that Teflon is made from that I'm thinking of. But anyways.
Forever Chemical?
Huh?
Forever Chemicals?
That's their company. That's the company that they had. No, that's the chemicals that they use. They classify as forever chemical because it doesn't break down. It's not biodegradable, right? But there was something that I'm thinking about. It doesn't matter. But anyways, they used that to create the Teflon, which was non-stick, which just kills you. You see what I'm saying? So, in the ancient world, what did they use? They used the iron pots. You know what I'm saying? They used earthen vessels. They used what do you call that? Or ceramic. Was more an ancient way of things like that. That's what I try to use, man. I got my big heavy. I don't know if it's talking about the heavy. You know what I mean? It's the heavy pad. You know what I'm saying? And if you drop that on a tile, it's gonna break the tile. That's how heavy that thing is. But it cooks better. And it's better for you. You know? But Esau, like I said, Esau has destroyed the way of life for everything, man. Okay?
Go ahead, real quick, he gives you microwave, man.
Yeah,
quick and accessible. But at the same time, in microwave strips the nutriments from the food, man. That's why at times when you eat microwave food, it tastes weird, man. Because the nutriments have been taken away, man.
That's why I don't own a microwave. I gotta put food, I gotta warm it up, put it in the oven, man. I don't own no microwave, man. What you got, bro? Got something?
Just reading on, it says, verse 26, and if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself, how shall then his kingdom stand?
Right. Hold on, Mohai's gonna get that. That's something good.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 11 and verse 18. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants the prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroyed the earth.
And that's what Esau is doing. He's destroying the earth under his rulership. Okay? So this is why the earth is mourning. All right? Matter of fact, give me Isaiah 54. Understand? Got that? Yeah. Hold on, let him read that first.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 24, and verse 4. The earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languisheth and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish.
Man, everything is destroyed. And then they put chemicals in the plastic that bring estrogen in men and create cancers and all this type of stuff. So you get mad sometimes you look at drinking from the bottled water. But it is what it is. You got, and what really gets me mad is if you order from a place and they put it in plastic. Sometimes I call them like, yo, get some freaking styrofoam or some shit, man. I just don't feel right having something hot in plastic. Plastic's all soft. And all that shit is going in the food, man. But what? In order to save money, to cut costs is how the people got to do it, man. But this is all based upon Esau, man. And his way of life, man, which is death, man. Go ahead. Oh, Salaki. Okay, go ahead.
It says, the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant.
Oh, no, you read that. Okay, so that's it. All right, that's enough. Go ahead, bro.
This is 1 Corinthians 3 and verse.
And he's broken all these everlasting. Listen, they used to use certain trees for wood, right, to build stuff. But no, he said, no, we're going to make our own trees for wood. And now it's all decaying wood. You know? If you go back to the ancient world, them structures stood up forever. Them structures are still up. Strong and sturdy. You know? Esau, them buildings, they corrode very quickly. Go ahead.
This is 1 Corinthians 3 and verse 18. It says, let no man deceive himself. If any man among you seemeth to be wise in this world, let him become a fool, that he may be wise. For the wisdom of this world is foolishness with the Most High.
Right.
For it is written, he taketh the wise in their own craftiness.
Yeah, Esau's wisdom is foolishness, right? You know? It's nonsense when you really look at it. If you're wise, if you use wisdom. Okay? That's so good.
This is Ecclesiasticus 19 and verse 22. The knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom.
Right.
Neither at any time the counsel of sinners prudence.
Right. Knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom, man. Right? Because you know how to splice what do you call it? A gene of what's that thing called? A beaver poop. You can splice the gene and make it taste like vanilla. That's not wisdom, man. That's some madness.
Go ahead. Yeah, even today I saw, I think it was like a little article about how Esau, he mixed two male genes of, I think it was a mouse or rat, you know, to create a baby, man. Why is he doing that for, man? You know, the Lord already set an order, you know, you lay with a woman, then you bring forth life. Well, you don't need to put two, you know, opposing, you know, sexes together to bring forth life, man.
That's what you mean by this guy is a childish. He's a child. Why would you need to do that? You know, what's the point of doing that? You know, it's just like they said. Oh, scientists have opened up this 40,000-year-old virus, zombie. Why are you opening it up? All the comments is like, why? But why? Right? Because he's a child. We know there ain't no 40,000 years, but you know he does these type of things, man. Go ahead, man.
So in order for him to come up with these experiments, they actually need to sit down at the table to plot, you know. So they actually come up with those counsels, man.
Right.
Proverbs chapter 12 and verse 5. The thoughts
they have to get funding for these things. So what are you putting money? Why? Why are you going to waste money? There's poor people out there. Why do you need money to do this? See, this man is a complete demon, and he's not into giving money to the poor. The scripture says, we read it before, right? If you do good, you do money.
Proverbs 12 and verse 5. The thoughts of the righteous are right, but the counsel of the wicked are deceit. It says, the counsels of the wicked are deceit.
That's it.
Isaiah 47 and 10. For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, and thou hast said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge it hath perverted thee.
Yeah.
And thou hast said in thine heart, I am, and no one else besides me.
Yeah.
Therefore shall evils come. I'll jump to verse 12. Stand now with thine enchantments, and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be, thou shalt be able to profit. If so be, thou mayest prevail.
Right.
Thou art worried in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee.
Right. So now, listen, man. He believes there's no one beside him because when he does this wickedness, he doesn't lose sleep. All right. You got people that pop up, like those independent journalists that pop up. How do you feel, Rothschild, about all that murders that you did? And they'll just look at him like, get him. And they'll say that. No, he said it. Just get him. Right? He doesn't feel no way about what he's done in the earth. You know, he doesn't have. They don't have conscience. You know?
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 35, and verse.
Oh, the guy who runs the Pfizer thing. The guy was coming up to him and he's like, how do you sleep at night? Get out of here. You know? And if you could answer truthfully, he says, like a baby. Go ahead, man.
Ezekiel 35 and verse 6. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee.
That's it. Okay. So guess what? He's gonna get a lot of pain, man, in the times to come, man. Before the kingdom, right? And in the kingdom.
Right. This is Proverbs 4 and verse 16. It says, for they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall.
Right. So that's how they sleep like a baby, man, when they do the wickedness, right? The death toll, the excess death is at 30%. Oh, it's wonderful. right before bed, he's talking to his forward. Oh, it's wonderful. I'm ecstatic. I'm gonna go crack some bottle. Yeah. Go and he'll crack a bottle of wine and close the phone, man. You see? And they're not drinking the way you're drinking, and they're not drinking the way you're drinking, man. Drake drinks and he's taking gulps of pain. You know? I was drinking some Yayan the other day, but I was strong drink. The pain, you know? Because all the pain was in that swallow, man. You too. Right? But they're drinking it. Right? It's like a 150-year-old bottle. You know? 50 in the air. Yeah. Oh. Right. Go ahead, man.
This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2 and verse 7. Let us fill ourselves with costly wine and ointments, and let no flower of the spring pass by us.
Right, let no flower of the spring pass by us, man. Because they're break it down.
I'm reading Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2 and verse 5. For our time is as a shadow that passeth away, and after our end there is no returning. Right? It says, and after our end there is no returning. So they're into enjoying your life, the present life. You call it that YOLO life. Is that the bottom they use? Do as thou wilt. They use that. They use that do as thou wilt. That do as thou wilt motto, lifestyle. It says,
Let me add real quick. Hey, scriptures back that up, man. You know, Lamentations 2. Rejoice, daughter of Edom. So hey, rejoice, man. You know, buy your costly wine, drink it. Because at the end of the day, man, when the kingdom's established, man, you're not going to be enjoying shit, man. Right, you know?
It says, for our time is as a shadow that passeth away, and after our end there is no returning. Right? So they actually lack wisdom. The scriptures tell you that the Lord deprived them of wisdom. That's in the book of Job, I believe. He deprived them of wisdom. Okay, because if they had wisdom, they would consider the latter end. Okay, it says, for it is sealed, meaning what? They're gonna have to pay for all the atrocities, the crimes, the iniquities that they've committed.
The children of fools, children of base men.
It says, for it is fast sealed, so that no man cometh again. Come on, therefore, let us enjoy the good things that are present, and let us speedily use the creatures like as in youth. Right, but with greediness, with covetousness, they take people's things by force, by ill-gotten gains. That's how they obtained their riches, man. Okay,
And they overuse everything.
Right.
They overuse.
Right.
Everything is overdone.
right?
You know.
Yeah, the scriptures tell you that He is not satisfied.
So you can extract oil, right? Oil in the scriptures is pitch. You can extract oil, right? But the way Esau's he overdoes everything. So now he's destroying the earth. Everything is in excess. Everything is in excess, man. And eating is in excess. The slaughtering of animals is in excess. You just got a damn row of cows. You just got them hanging from a thing. Come on, bro. That's too much. People didn't eat meat like that on that level, man. And then not only that, you got VOs. You got a little kid there next to the mom. Come on, bro. Go ahead, bro.
Even the way they treat the cows, man.
Yes, it's
Not
not
the way
right.
they feed them, even according to those, they force feed them. Even according to the law, the cow has to be, raised to a certain age, and then you're allowed to slaughter the cow. Right? But Esau doesn't wait for that, man. There's high demands. Hey, we need cows, so fuck it, man. We're just gonna kill the cow and give it to them. They don't know.
And if they're not fat enough, right, then it's just gonna feed them candy
Yeah.
or other cows. This guy listen, man, he's a demon. Like when it comes to, that's why the scriptures speak about the love of money is the root of all evil. Because this man is literally, he'll do anything for that money. Right? He'll do anything for a profit. That's all Esau cares about. Go ahead, man.
Isaiah 59:7, their feet run to evil. They make haste to shed innocent blood. Their thought are the thoughts of iniquity. Wasting and destruction are in their paths. The way of peace they know not, and there is no judgment in their goings. They have made them crooked paths. Whosoever goeth therein shall not know peace.
That's it. It's not the right way. Their way is not the right way. It's not the way of peace. They act like, money's gonna give you peace. No, not in the lifestyle that Esau has for you. Man. That's not gonna bring you peace, man. Okay? You see what I'm saying? The way Esau lives, that's not gonna bring you. You think, okay, if I own a few businesses, that's gonna bring peace. No, the way these people are living with their businesses, they don't have time to sleep, brother. They don't have time to do nothing, man. Okay, so you know what I'm saying? So you think you're getting up, but you're getting up for a cost. You got family, you got house, but they can't enjoy that, man. A lot of them. Man. See? And you look at some of their eyes. Look at 50 Cent's eyes. Look at these guys' eyes. They look tired, man. They look drained, bro. They got all that success, but they actually look drained. Like, they look like they're not sleeping at all. Like they're talking, it looks like the spirit is barely in them. Yeah, the bags under their eyes.
Even if you ask them, some of them, they regret, taking that door, man. Going through that door, taking that deal, man. Because their conscience, it's condemning them,
Right.
with the different, abominable deeds that they did,
Right.
just in order to have a status, man.
Right. That's plaguing their conscience. But the thing is this, even beyond that, it's just the amount of working, like just living up for work. It's a lot. It's a lot. Go ahead.
Sirach 31:1, watching for riches consumeth the flesh,
Yes.
and the care thereof driveth away sleep.
That's it. Watching for riches consumeth the flesh. And that's what it is. It's constantly on your mind. And when you're thinking about riches and this and that, you don't sleep. That's when you're thinking of, shit, that Bugatti I want to get, and that. And before you know, you didn't sleep. And then you're looking at the phone for the business deal. He said, fuck sleep. Sleep is the cousin of death. That Tupac spirit, sleep is the cousin of death. You're walking because what you need to get that bread. Trust me, go look at 50. Go look at Grant Cardone. That's the guy who deals with business and giving business advice, right? Which I read a couple of his books. He's he gives some good advice, but his thing, he's a madman. He's like, 10x, go 10x if you can't get, if you only got one business partner, you don't get no sales, well, call 100 people every day. That's his mindset, literally. So yeah, he'll get successful like that. But you can look at him and see he's drained. If you look at his eyes and the way his voice is all strained out.
I remember watching a video. It was, I believe, if I remember correctly, it was Steve Harvey telling people, yo, you're sleeping at 3 a.m.? Why are you sleeping at 3 a.m.? The stock market is open. You know? You get up and go buy some stocks, you know? Why are you sleeping at 3 a.m.? You know? How you think I made it up? That's right. You know? He's selling you a dream, you know? He's selling you, you know? Even The Rock, he's telling people, The Rock is telling people to get up in the morning at like 5 a.m., 4 a.m. to go run, you know?
Yeah, he looks tired. He looks tired. Right now, man.
Yeah. These people are crazy, man. Selling you a dream, man.
Yeah, this is the book of Ecclesiastes. The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 5 and verse 10. He that loveth silver shall not be satisfied with silver.
Right. Because when you get something, you can never have enough.
Yeah.
You get $1 million, I ain't enough. I need 20 million. Right? You get 20 million, like 100 million. Yup. And you get 100 million, you're the Billy Club. Then you be in the Billy Boy Club.
Well,
Right?
different.
Right? They're talking about the Billy curse or whatever. Right?
Nor he that loveth abundance would increase.
Right.
This is also vanity.
It's vanity. That's why the scriptures speak about being satisfied. Right?
This is Proverbs 23 and verse 4. Labor not to be rich. Cease from thine own wisdom. Wilt thou set thine eyes upon that which is not? For riches certainly make themselves wings. They fly away as an eagle toward heaven.
Which we saw that just recently with the banks, with that SVB bank, whatever it's called, Silicon Valley Bank. Right? All them investors, man, they were at the door, they were walking around, saw them in the camera. Like he already tried to pull, he knows it before it's over. But he said, yo, set up some prayers, you know? You know what I'm saying? He's setting up some prayers, man, hoping that that next pole would open it. Nothing happened, right? You know? He's walking back and forth because that's their life. That's all they care about, right?
There was one more on that one. I'll read it again. Sirach 31 and 1. Watching for riches consumeth the flesh, and the care thereof driveth away sleep. Watching care will not let a man slumber, as a sore disease breaketh sleep.
Yeah. Watch and care will not make a man slumber, bro. Trust me, I felt that, man. It's like, damn, you can't even sleep. You want to sleep, you close your eyes, and then you're thinking, you're sick. You know, you got to move around. You know? Because you still thinking, like an hour later, you're still thinking. You know? And then you see the sun coming out, you got to get up and close the curtain. You know? Right? So this is how it is, man. When you start thinking, you start worrying about shit, man. That's why we want to cast thy burdens upon him, man. Go ahead, bro. Because at the end of the day, it said, serve the Lord, seek the kingdom of heaven, and all these things shall be added unto you, man. That's the principle we have to live by, man. Okay? Go ahead, bro. Salaki. No?
Yeah.
Last scripture?
Matthews 11 and 28. Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light.
Yeah, we can rest for our soul. They don't have rest in their soul. The scriptures speak about there's one that laboreth and is rich, but is poor. You know?
Right, yeah.
Haggai 1 verse 6. Ye have sown much and bring in little. Ye eat, but ye have not enough.
Ooh, yeah,
Ye
that's
drink.
it, that's it. Read that again.
Ye have sown much and bring in little.
Yeah.
Ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink.
Yep.
Ye clothe ye, but there is none warm.
That's it. So that's Jake, man. That's how Jake is getting out. Jake is grinding, and they're broke, man. One Issacharite was talking. He's like, I work all day. I work this, that, I have no money in my pocket. Tell me what's up. Yeah, that's Issachar. Issachar was getting mad, man. And when Issachar's tired of work, you know, Issachar's saying this is too much. This is dumb. You know something's up, man. Go ahead, man.
And he that earn wages, but put it in a bag with holes.
That's it. That's Jake, right? But then there's people who's working and they're getting it. They have the bag filled up, But that's not enough. They need another bag. They say, oh, I need to get another bag. Right? Yeah, and then they get that bag, and then they need 2 more bags. What?
This is Ecclesiasticus 11.
Because they're trying to live up to a particular lifestyle. You know, their thing is, okay, I got this. My pride is on this level, but then, you know, this guy got this. Now I got new friends, right? And he got this, so I need to get that. You know what I mean? I can't be rolling around in a 2020 Mercedes. This is ridiculous. You know, Odyssey has a 2024 right now. What am I do? I used to work to get 2 2024 Tesla, you know? Go ahead.
Like Tony Montana says, first you get the money, then you get the power, then you get the woman. You know?
Ecclesiasticus chapter 11 and verse 11. There is one that laboreth and taketh pains and maketh haste, and is so much more and is so much the more behind. Again, there is another that is slow and hath need of help, wanting ability and full of poverty. Yet the eye of the Lord looked upon him for good, and set him up from his low estate, and lifted up his head.
What is that? Go ahead,
Says, and lifted up his head from misery, so that many that saw it marveled at him.
Right. And that's the thing. And it's all about, is Yahweh Shimei shine your hand on your side. Right. And the scriptures say time and chance happen for all men. You know, it's an easy thing for the Lord to make you rich. You know, you could put it in, but it's all, he could put it in your hand, he could put it in a particular position, but then it's all about, is he going to allow it to flourish? You know what I'm saying? And he could either allow it to flourish or not. You see what I'm saying? And that's just how it is, man. And you could have everything set up and the Lord is still coming to come. That's how it is.
The Lord doesn't build a house.
Right. But it's all good on that. Well, let's close. All right, so with that, we're going to give all praises, glory, and honor
to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, B'chadash.
The Lord, I see the apostles and others of great most and citations. Much love and respect to Akim out there pushing this word out with truth and sincerity. Shemai,
Yasha'Allah, Yahweh, Eloheinu, Yahweh, Echad, Shemai, Yasha'Allah, Yahweh, Eloheinu, Yahweh, Echad, Shemai, Yasha'Allah, Yahweh, Eloheinu, Yahweh, Echad.
Bad Babal.
Shalom.